Now when you hear me say flagship phone, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it the Note 5, the iPhone 6s? In both instances, you're correct. Most of the time, a flagship phone is the best a company has to offer, and that doesn't usually come cheap. But doesn't need to be that way. With their new flagship, the Moto X Pure Edition, Motorola aims to shake up the industry by bringing a flagship level device at a mid-range price. Does this company have a hit on its hands? Let's find out. I'm Ben with iTech Triad, and this is our video review of the Moto X Pure Edition. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Moto X is huge. With a 5.7-inch display, this phone takes a huge departure from previous Moto X devices. However, the Moto X Pure Edition makes up for that big size by having very small bezels around the screen, which makes it a very narrow phone. Grip is also no issue thanks to the soft grip rubberized backing material, which is now an option on the back. The aluminum frame around the edges also gives a premium feel. Now flipping the phone around, you'll find that 5.7-inch Quad HD IPS display. So how is it? Long story short, it's a really good display. While I do wish Motorola could have stuck with the AMOLED screens that they've used in the past, I'm perfectly happy with the IPS panel as it's a lot brighter. Now out of the box, the Moto X Pure Edition runs Android 5.1.1, and just like in the years previous, it's pretty much stock Android. Now there are a few customizations, but all of them are enhancements rather than hindrances. Now most of these enhancements come from the Moto suite. That includes Moto Display, Moto Voice, Moto Assist, and Moto Actions. Now if those sound familiar, that's because it's exactly what we saw last year on the Moto X 2014. However, that's not to say that there's nothing new. One of my favorite new features is definitely the lift from Moto Voice Action, which allows you to use Moto Voice discreetly. Simply lift your phone to your ear and give it a command and get all of the answers right there through the earpiece. Now when it comes to performance, the Moto X Pure Edition can certainly hold its own. With a Snapdragon 808 processor and 3GB of RAM, it has certainly got some power under the hood. Now the phone multitasks with speed, and day-to-day usage is absolutely great. There's a few hiccups here and there, but it can be easily fixed in software updates. Now gaming is also wonderful on this phone, but it's worth noting that this phone can get pretty hot when it's playing games. It's nothing even close to what I would call unbearable, but it's definitely noticeable. Now sealed inside of the Moto X Pure Edition is a 3000 mAh battery, which is, well, it's really not all that good. The battery is not horrible by any means, but it's also not very good. The Moto X Pure Edition generally gets me through the day with moderate usage, but any heavy usage will kill this phone long before the end of the day. Thankfully, the phone does incorporate fast charging, and it comes with its own turbocharger in the box. Now Motorola is marketing the Moto X Pure Edition as a media device. With that big screen, it certainly delivers that. However, the phone kicks it up a notch with the addition of front-facing stereo speakers, flanking the top and bottom of the display. Now not only are these speakers crisp and clear, but they're also extremely loud. Now heading around back, we get a look at the 21 megapixel camera. Now unlike years previous, this is actually not a horrible camera. Despite their history, Motorola has actually packed a pretty good sensor into this phone. Now it's still not the best, but I would take this any day over literally any other camera Motorola has ever used. What I don't like, however, is the camera app. For the third year in a row, Motorola has implemented the same tap to shoot method for their stock camera app, and personally I don't really like it. Does it work? Yeah. Is it easy to use? Not by any means. The biggest problem with this camera app is getting a subject in focus, as the camera focuses and shoots at the same time. Manual controls are also very scarce, and personally I'm just not a fan. Now it is worth noting, even though I'm not someone who uses the front-facing camera, that the front-facing camera on this phone does have a flash. Now, you'll definitely not see me using this, but I decided, hey, let's try it out, so I took a picture of my dog. So is the Moto X Pure Edition a phone worth buying? The easy way of saying it is yes. This is a great phone, and for the price, it's tough to beat. Even at its maxed out price, the Moto X Pure Edition is still over $200 cheaper than members of the competition such as the Galaxy Note 5. Plus, it's compatible with any network, which means you won't be tied down to any specific carrier. Now for $399, the Moto X Pure Edition isn't just a good phone for the price. It's a good phone, period. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up our review of the Moto X Pure Edition. If you have a Moto X Pure Edition, or if you're looking to get one, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about it. As always, a huge thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more like this in the future, and we'll catch you in the next one.